I just caught something, and I had to stop everything to tell you about it. The odds just pumped from 40% all the way to 60%. Yes, you heard that right. We're sitting at 60% right now. For everyone holding crypto and XRP, it's time to lock in and get focused. I'm literally minutes away from walking out the door, but when I saw this, I couldn't leave without breaking it down for you. Listen, even Wall Street is getting ready. Ripple is getting ready. Coinbase is getting ready. Lawmakers are getting ready. Everyone is positioning themselves for what's coming. We all want that powerful, roaring bull market for crypto, for XRP, and for Bitcoin. Right now, as I'm watching, Bitcoin is sitting at $79,000, and we've got an $80,000 resistance wall sitting right above us. But here's the thing, we are going to break through that wall, and it's going to happen sooner than most people think. Now, I want to share something with you. And I'll be upfront, I have some inside perspective on this. I am blissfully optimistic that this is all going to work out. Here's why. People, remember the Genius Act? That thing passed almost flawlessly. It was debated right up until the very last moment, and it still made it through. From what I'm seeing, we're about a month and a half behind the pace of the Genius Act in terms of where this process currently stands. I'm not claiming to be an expert here, but I've had the opportunity to speak with some of the people directly involved in making this happen. These folks are working tirelessly. They are grinding to get this across the finish line. At the end of the day, this is about giving real options and preferred returns to the American consumer. And I am confident, genuinely confident, that once the political back and forth settles down, the right decision will be made for the American people. Coinbase is confident the Clarity Act will pass. We need it, brother. It's expected in May. And now look at what just happened. We jumped from 40% all the way to 60%, even pushing towards 70%. My fam, we are genuinely getting closer to the moment that the Clarity Act gets signed into law. And you can already feel it happening. Bitcoin is already starting to move higher in response. The market can sense what's coming before it even arrives. I'm about to head out and connect with top experts in the space, and more excitingly, I'm going to see some of my closest friends in Miami. We're heading into something absolutely incredible, Consensus 2026. And look at the market right now as we walk into this moment. Some meme coins are actually moving up, which honestly isn't bad at all. We want to see meme coins doing well too. Dogecoin, for example, up 10% over the last 7 days. Not bad at all. XRP is holding steady, not making dramatic moves at the moment. And something interesting happened just a couple of hours ago. Today is the 3rd, so this was yesterday. Bitcoin sitting at $79,000, and out of nowhere you see this massive green candle just appear on the chart. Just like that. What does that mean? Somebody is buying. And not just anybody. Somebody with serious conviction is buying. Hey, drop a like on this video, consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell right now. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling, because I think it's genuinely powerful to catch these moments together in real time. Here's the headline that matters most right now. The Clarity Act's passage odds have risen above 60% on Polymarket for the first time in over a month. We're seeing those odds peak towards 69%. That is massive. This is our bill. This is our law in the making. We already have the Genius Act. But this, the Clarity Act, is the big one. This is the one that changes everything for the crypto market in the United States. Now let me keep it completely real with you about what I'm planning to do. I'm going to take profits. Yes, I said it. I am going to sell. I'm going to lock in my gains, step aside and wait patiently for the pullback. And I'm going to tell you when I do it. I'm going to look you in the eye, well, through this camera, and say, I sold. I'm waiting. Even if the price keeps climbing after I exit, I'm okay with that. I don't know the future. Nobody does. What I do know is that I want to protect my profits, secure my gains, and then position myself for the next move. And I want you to think about doing something similar. You need to prepare for this because the market isn't going to send you a calendar invitation that says, pumping tomorrow. It's just going to do it. Without warning, without announcement. It will just happen. Here's another encouraging sign. Crypto sentiment is easing. We're officially moving from extreme fear into neutral territory. And honestly, that is a really good thing. Fear drives panic selling. Neutral sentiment means people are starting to think clearly again, and that's when smart money starts moving. The Ethereum Foundation just sold another 10,000 ETH to Bitmine in an OTC deal. Let that sink in. Bitmine is buying directly from the Ethereum Foundation. Over the counter, no exchange involved, straight from the source. That tells you something important about where institutional demand is heading. Meanwhile, stocks are entering what could be one of their strongest periods in recent history, which is great news for everyone holding positions in the companies tied to the Clarity Act passing. And speaking of which, Coinbase just confirmed that a deal has been reached on a key part of the US crypto bill. A major hurdle has been cleared. This is real, people. This is happening. Millions of viewers, trillions of dollars, yes, trillions, are sitting on the sidelines waiting to flood into Bitcoin the moment regulatory clarity arrives. The moment the Clarity Act passes, we could be looking at the single biggest capital flow into Bitcoin in its entire history. And that could be just weeks away. Now I've got 3,000 XRP to give away for the BTCC giveaway. Someone already won 2,500 and I'm watching to confirm. I saw my message go out there. But the point is, we are still giving away significant amounts of XRP for those of you who want to participate, who want to position yourself before things get wild. I want to make sure you are winning. Before the craziness starts, before the fireworks go off, I want to know that the people in this community are already positioned and already winning. Even with everything moving in our favor, I want to acknowledge the reality. We can't control everything. We've got global tensions, China, Russia, and other geopolitical pressures creating noise in the market. But once some of these situations stabilize, it's going to be even more fuel for the markets. And then there's BlackRock. They're pushing for no cap on tokenized reserves. BlackRock is still out here making moves, trying to capture as much of this opportunity as possible. And honestly, can you blame them? The smart money always shows up early. On a separate note, the IRS may owe refunds to millions of Americans from the COVID-19 era. If that money flows back into people's pockets, don't be surprised if some of it finds its way into crypto. Here's some more fuel for optimism. Bitcoin bulls have history on their side this May. Bitcoin is already up 2.46% this month, keeping bullish momentum in control. The question is, can bulls win May 2026? Honestly, after the rough Q4 and Q1 we just went through, that stretch was painful. It was difficult. It tested everyone's patience. We are overdue for a change. We have a real chance right now to rewrite the narrative, to pump nicely, to see meaningful Bitcoin and Ethereum returns. And I genuinely believe we're going to see that. Sooner than people expect. People are ready. The market is ready. The legislation is almost ready. I'm heading out of Texas soon, but I'll continue bringing you the latest updates on everything as we move forward. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a moment. And I want to thank you, genuinely thank you, for jumping back in and just enjoying this journey with us. Because when we're back here together and we're pumping and we're green and the Clarity Act is moving closer, it's going to feel like everything we talked about is coming to life. Think about this progression. From 60% we go to 70%. From 70% we push to 80%. And from 80% we go to 90% and beyond. Once we're in that range, my fam, you already know, anything is possible. I'm always keeping it real with you. That's what this channel is about. XRP holders, I need you to hear this. You better get positioned before it's too late. I've been saying this for a long time. I get criticized for it. I get all kinds of pushback and feedback. But I can tell you one thing with absolute certainty. Nothing will ever be as painful as watching the price of XRP explode upward and scrambling to catch up after the fact. Forget about it. If you're buying in out of FOMO at that point, you're already too late to get the best price. You'll be chasing a rocket that already left the launch pad. I don't want that for you. I never want that for anyone in this community. So position yourself. Think ahead. Be ready. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go. Peace.